Hello guys, Jakob here, and today I am actually recording a video that I've always wanted to do, which is the tier list video, however regarding various service businesses. So as you know, on this channel I like to share my tips and tricks regarding running custom software agency. Mine is Delta Logic. I'm actually recording now quite a few videos for the community that I'm running with my co-founder called Agency Dudes. If you are a freelancer, if you're running your own custom software agency, AI automation agency, no-code, low-code, design, all kind of agencies, then just go to the description of this video and join our community. Anyway, let's jump to this tier list video. So no-code, low-code development, AI automation, SEO, copywriting, custom software development agency, social media management, traditional digital marketing, web development and web apps, branding and design, Amazon e-commerce, video editing and content. So from all of those, you can pretty much be a freelancer, do those services, or you can scale and build the agency around that. Let's go with the first one, no-code, low-code development agency. Regarding this, what you are offering is pretty much you are offering most likely MVPs. I don't know many really production huge SaaS apps that scaled that are still running on low-code. I would say this is great to pretty much validate it very quick and develop MVP. And this is how most of the no-code, low-code development agencies, they promote their services. So in short, process, you can develop things fast. Instead of months, you can pretty much launch the app in weeks. It's great for more non-technical founders. First of all, if you're not a technical founder, it's very hard to run custom software development agency. This is like, let's say, barrier to start, because first of all, you cannot really provide services yourself. But with no-code, low-code tools, you don't really need to be that technical. You don't need to know how to code. However, you can still learn how to build those apps, so you can actually deliver them yourself, right? So the barrier is easier, which also gives more competitors, of course. It is growing industry, definitely. I would say in 2025, no-code, low-code is really a thing to consider. Even at our custom software agency, we are actually using a lot of no-code, low-code tools. Sometimes they speed up the development, sometimes easier to use them. They are definitely on the radar also for us to monitor them. But like back in the days, let's say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I was super shitty. Like you couldn't build anything. So with cons, I would say limited customization. They are great, but still, like if you want to build something custom that they don't offer, then it's hard. You may want to build it using custom coding, but then it's actually much harder to do it inside them rather than if you just build a full custom app. So that's like a limit. Platform dependency, I've been talking on this channel about it a lot. So if you're using them, you're kind of dependent of this platform. If they increase the prices, then you need to kind of increase prices as well for your user base. If they go down, your app is going down. Regarding the source code, some of them they offer to you, some of them don't. So it's like tricky. Some of the most popular, I think it's like Bubble, Make, N8N. It's also very good. I'm actually playing around with a lot now with AI agents. And I think, which is very important as a con, is that they're hard to scale. So when it comes to scaling the infrastructure there, if you put some blocks wrong, and you can fuck up the whole project very easily, or just by the design, sometimes they might be hard to scale. So I would say I would put them to a B tier. You can make a lot of money with them. You can sell a lot of services. There are competitors. Let's say A tier, because they are actually getting better and better. Definitely. If you think about it, it's a growing industry. Video editing and content. Regarding video editing and content marketing, right? Like what you're doing is you're editing videos, you are doing reels. Maybe you can go even a little bit deeper and like double down, for example, of just doing something that generates leads, or just do something that creates a personal brand. Like there's a lot of kind of ideas that you can do, or maybe you can just focus on, let's say, restaurants. Like in this whole industry, you're only specializing in one kind of format of videos, one group of clients. So regarding this, I would say that it's easier than ever with all of those SaaS tools. I'm using those tools myself. I remember I hired social media assistant, I think 3 years back, to make reels. So she was cutting my videos and putting text there. And like 1 year after, there was this tool that automatically create the text to you. And even now, there are tools that automatically pick the best moments from videos and then create the reels for you, even with some basic effects. So creating a video is better than ever. I would say still high production quality videos with like very high tech equipment. That's definitely much harder to start, but like overall, if you Google it, then will be tons of those very simple video editing and content creation agencies. And because of the competitors out there, I would put it to the B tier. I think still it is great a business. Like there's a lot of things that if you're good, you can get yourself out there. But overall, I feel like because of the AI, because of the technology, it will become just more and more saturated and more job could be automated. So like companies, they will rather go and use a SaaS or the AI rather than hiring the specialists. I would just go there for now with the B tier. Let's go to the next one. For example, let's pick SEO and copywriting. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say about it, but lately I've been watching a lot of videos about AI automation. On the other hand, I love to watch some videos about building personal brands since I've been building one for some time now. Also, I've been following some guys like Ryan Stewart, who's running SEO agency and building community about it. He's a great guy. Also, we've been trying to use some SEO agencies in the past, and we got to know some founders who are doing this. And in my opinion, this whole industry, especially SEO, it's super shady. Like all of those agencies, they promise you some results, but they don't even analyze your business. They just offer you some random bullshit articles, backlinks, and like this SEO optimization. It's really a bullshit if someone doesn't really know. If I'm a client and I have no idea about SEO, it's just very easy to lie to me and sell me something that I don't need. So I would say that when it comes to pros, every business needs SEO. Although in my opinion, this industry is really changing because of this AI generated content everywhere. First of all, if you're building SEO agency, you also need to really catch up with trends. When it comes to pricing, I've saw some high ticket agencies that they charge $5,000 per month, dollars monthly from it. But I also seen super shitty and cheap agencies that they can do SEO for you for just $100 per month. So overall, because of all of the AI that is out there, because of the competitors, and because I think SEO is changing a lot. So like the traditional SEO just for Google is really dying. I would put it to a C tier because of its changing and because of not everyone can use and leverage the AI properly. You can still get ahead of the competitors, but like overall, if you're not very techy, if you just start now and you just, let's say, write articles by your own without utilizing tech, this terrible business. I would still put it to the C tier though, but I'm just saying that it's really not the best business to start in 2025, with my personal opinion, of course. Amazon and e-commerce. This is very interesting because we offer services for Amazon sellers and over like e-commerce. This is like our niche, although we don't do those services, if that makes sense, right? So we don't offer like putting the brands on marketplaces or scaling them, running the ads. We just offer tech to do those things and automations to do those things. E-commerce is booming. It's growing. This is a growing industry, especially during COVID. The numbers just crazy. Like on Amazon, there are new marketplaces. So I don't want to put just Amazon here. If I just put Amazon here, I would definitely rank it lower because just Amazon is oversaturated. It's very high. It's very competitive. But when it comes to overall e-commerce, Amazon and other marketplaces, it's actually really good. And especially other marketplaces, if you can get there quick, if you can understand them and then provide your services as the e-commerce marketplace agency, for example, for Kaufland, for Walmart, you can be there as early mover and pretty much use this. And there's great thing about recurring business model because if you are managing accounts, you are pretty much offering those services monthly. It's not that they can just pay you suddenly less because you're just taking care of this sales channel, right? Like for custom software agency or for no-code, low-code agencies, like it's more like project-based, but like here you may have some services that they are just like projects. So for example, if a brand want to include a couple of new items there, you can just charge for putting them there. But like if you overall are managing the account, then it's just predictable recurring revenue. High value clients here, when it comes to that, you can land some crazy brands. You can run advertisement for them. You can even charge some percentage of it. So there are crazy opportunities when it comes to scaling this. But cons, I would say, yeah, first of all, Amazon itself, it's very unpredictable. I've done, I think, around 50 podcasts with various Amazon businesses, and most of them, they have been running Amazon agencies and they just saying that, yeah, Amazon is changing. Sometimes they can just take your account down for no reason. Then you are fighting with these sellers support. It's getting more competitive. At the same time, there are better and better tools. So like the agency itself, it's not that much needed. Although if you know overall how to grow the brand and you know how to use the software, this is where you're on edge, right? So this is where you get better from competitors. And I feel like this theme is actually relatable to all of those, that if you know how to leverage tech, you can actually get very very high when it comes to ranking and your competitors, right? So let's maybe put it, I would say the B tier, because it's just a lot of competitors there. You can build great agency, but trust me, I'm on many groups, I'm on many conferences, and it's just crazy how huge competition is there. Like everyone wants to run Amazon agency, so that's why I want to put it B tier. Other than this, if this would be like a blue ocean, I could even put it to A tier. But like you also need to know how to sell online, right? So if you don't have any experience selling your products, then yeah, I wouldn't start that. And I know some agency that actually started that way. Branding and design. This is very interesting because I feel like that was a great agency to start. It was a crazy niche when it comes to like tech services, running a design studio where you are offering designs for apps or overall like creating branding guides and so on. I feel like that was a huge thing like a few years back. Now I've seen so many videos on YouTube that a designer, for example, was laid off recently, and one of the last things that he or she had to do was to create as many assets as they could to the company, and they teach the AI based on those assets to generate a new designs for them, which is quite scary and terrible, but that's just a new reality we live in. So brand design, pros. Every business needs that. A lot of people suck at design, so that's like a pros. You can actually charge really premium if you rank yourself very high, like really top dollar. And designers, they are not that expensive and you can teach them a lot. You can leverage also AI, which is, again, speaking of the same kind of thing, leverage the technology to get ahead of the competitors, right? Highly creative space. I feel like from all of those here, this is the most highly creative things. Although actually, especially digital marketing, this is also some where you can get very creative. But like, yeah, branding and design, very creative. Cons, I would say it's a project-based, right? You create a project, that's it. So not really many chances to get recurring revenue. Sometimes there are, right? Like the company's client is asking you for recurring services, like recurring designs, then of course, but like overall, this is definitely a con here. Subjective results. You may be a crazy designer, but then for some reason it just doesn't click with your client, which is very tricky, right? Really, like 5 people might love your design, but like 10 it just cannot click. So that's a thing. Definitely a lot of AI that can do your job. Like you can literally generate logos right now. I feel like there's AI software that you can prompt like your design and it will just create it for you, and even like it will code it for you. So that's where we right now. So that's why low code, no code is that high, right? But like branding and design, I feel like right now, I feel like I would put it to, yeah, a B tier or even C tier because of the AI. So that's where I would put it. But like if you're a very, very great designer, it would be probably S tier. But like, again, I feel like with everything, it would be like this, right? Like for this 1%, it could be great. But like, I'm just speaking for majority of people. If you're just about to start, I wouldn't really go and doing that. All right, let's go with web development and web apps. That's very interesting. I feel like I've done mistake here with the web apps, because web app, this could be even as a SaaS, right? So I would just do web development. So overall, like building simple websites, like with blogs and so on, like designing them and building them, kind of like similar here. If we would be talking about web apps, I would rather go with custom software agency. And with web development, I would just go and say that, hey, this is more like Shopify websites, Webflow websites, WordPress, not really custom coding here, okay? Pros, steady demand. Everyone needs the website. It's your digital business card, right? Like you need it. It's easier than ever, although, to do those. So that's the case with them, that right now there's millions of templates out there. Go to Webflow. You can just have a website within a few hours like that, right? But if you want to create it from scratch, design it, of course, there is also demand for this. I would say that here there's a lot of profitable niches. So if you would really position yourself as an agency that does websites, for example, for law companies, and just specialize it and maybe even connect it with like SEO services, this is gold. This is where if I would now start, let's say, an agency that does websites, some automations, and then maybe some extra services like SEO and positioning themselves, I would definitely go in the industry. So that's super gold. When it comes to cons here, I would say, yeah, the competition, it's just easier than ever to create websites. I've seen some groups that people were saying that I can build you a website for like $200 or something like this. And there were like hundreds of those people in the comments. So it is easier than ever. So you really need to do it smart. You really need to be in a niche. Then it can be lucrative because you can go to conferences that there are just not companies like this. So I would say overall it's a red ocean if you just create like very generic web development agency. But like if you go really niche, it could be good. I feel like I would tell more with custom software development agency. If you just do websites from templates or even custom, but like with Webflow, I wouldn't even say you will be coding those websites because in 2025, no one really does simple websites like with code. It's just not worth it, except you are like doing a couple of millions and you have a huge company, right? But like that's totally different. For small business owners, it's just bullshit. Like you never do that. I would do it although B tier because again, everyone needs the website and there's a lot of upselling opportunities and there's a lot of niches that you can go into. Let's do social media management. Oh my God, I cannot even tell about this. From pros, every company, not every, but like a lot of companies needs digital presence and they need the social media. But like, come on, you can do it your own. You can hire a social media manager that just does it, right? So that's, let's say, a pros and a cons at the same time. Good thing is retainer-based model, right? You can charge monthly for those services. It's super easy to outsource. Even like a VA can do it from Philippines, which could be very cheap. But like in my opinion, AI can do it, right? Again, this is a pros and cons. You can leverage this to scale your business easily, but then company can do it themselves. Extremely low barrier to entry. Everyone can do it. And I would say that here is quite unpredictable. Clients expect high ROIs and it's sometimes, I mean, most of the time it's very hard to actually measure it. Like if you measure how many leads comes from Instagram, it's not that easy, okay? I mean, yeah, there are options to put the links there. It is still not that easy, and followers doesn't really mean leads, right? So if someone grows your followers, it doesn't mean that your business will get more leads and start making more revenue. It's quite hard. And again, platform dependency. Meta can just ban you within one day, even though you build your pages to like crazy numbers. So I would say overall, like this is not the best thing. Like I wouldn't really recommend to do it. I would put it to the C tier because it's not like the worst thing. But like the good thing about it is like you can really leverage tech right now and you can really scale it. I feel like you could build like one person social media company without hiring full-time people and really leverage AI and AI agents and like various SaaS platforms to scale it like infinitely, right? So it's like an agency, but like with insane opportunity to scale, but like it's very hard to do. So that's why I put it to the C tier. Otherwise, if you can actually do it, then I would put it to S tier, really. Like if I would now use my coding skills, my knowledge about social media platforms, my knowledge about building brands and the AI, that would be crazy business, okay? Otherwise, just a C tier. AI automation. Oh my God. Everyone is talking about AI automation agency. Like it is crazy new business model. So what's AI automation agency? You provide AI services. So you automate some stuff through AI agents. You create chatbots. You create some scripts that are leveraging OpenAI API or other API like DeepSeek, Llama, right? Like something that generates the content. So you're kind of leveraging coding skills and low-code, no-code platforms with AI technology, although it's mostly about AI keyword. You can do high margins. You can get crazy results right away to your clients because AI is quite new, but it's just moving so fast and people are just not aware of it. It's future-proof. I mean, AI will be only growing. So if you now develop some systems for your clients with certain models, it's very easy to modify it just by changing the model, but at the same time, increasing the productivity of this tool like 5 times, and at the same time decreasing the cost like 5 times, right? And charging a client for that because then you've built that for them. So it's insane opportunity, 100%. It will be only more scalable because of those, all of those models will go down because of the competition. Initially, I thought that they will go only higher and higher because I thought only OpenAI can do it. But now with the DeepSeek and the opportunity to running locally, I am quite confident that it's just crazy to scale in the future. From cons, I would say it requires technical knowledge. Definitely. I've been trying those like no-code, low-code tools myself, which are already making much easier to develop those AI agents, but still like it requires you to know something. You need to be a little bit technical. You can learn it fast, but like you need to do it if you want to be good at it. In the end, some of the AI, not all of it, but most of the AI work kind of like a black box. So you do something, but it's not 100% that it work in a predictable way. So there's a lot of errors that it can generate. It can get you completely wrong results. So that's like a very bad thing. And like if your clients want you to make sure that, for example, this script, this AI will only get you the X of the results, still something can go wrong with that, okay? So you cannot really promise anything at certain. And it's fast changing landscape. When it comes to days in the AI space, it feels like years in overall tech. But because of all of those things, I'm definitely putting the S tier. It is crazy. And right now, even in our custom software agency, we are going into AI. I mean, it is a future and 100% confident here. And there's more and more competitors, but it's still like so early. Traditional digital marketing, definitely D tier. This is like old thing, running Google ads, running Facebook ads. You can do it on your own very easily. There's tons of tools. There's tons of AI that can does it. It's very shady industry. In the past, no one could really understand how to do it. And you could promise clients crazy results. And then if you couldn't deliver them, you could just blame it that the budget was not there. Like I know so many shady people that did it. And I wouldn't do it overall. Most of it sucks. It's also crazy saturated. I feel like from all of the agencies here, this is the most saturated one. Also, it's very hard to guarantee a success to your clients. If your clients expect certain ROIs, and that's only when they will sign your offer, how can you do that, right? Like it's also such a changing industry. It's so hard to create something viral right now. And then also I would say that there's very high churn rate. So meaning that if you don't deliver results, the clients just will leave very fast because they will just burn budgets and that's it. So I would say this is not great. Although if you're a great marketer, again, S tier, right? Some of my friends, they run the typical like digital marketing agency. They were doing crazy results, but they were just marketing genius. Everyone wanted to work with them and they were doing crazy money. That's S tier, but like majority of people are not marketers. So if you just want to start, it's really D tier. It's hard and it's competitive. Now, the last one, guys, custom software development agency, right? So this is very interesting because I'm running one. I feel like it is great. It requires very high barrier of entry. Most likely you need to know how to code. Most likely you need to know how to build apps. It's best if you have some engineering degree, computer science degree, as I do. I've been building apps myself first, so that's how I was 100% sure I can deliver them. And then I was hiring contractors and then first half-time people, then full-time people, developers. So you can do crazy margins there. Although there is a lot of competition, especially from India and Pakistan, like insane amount of companies. And at the same time, AI is there, which is helping them to code better. So I would say it's not that good as it used to be. But if you're also going to the niche, if you're going to deliver proper solutions for proper clients, it's great opportunity and it's great business model to run. There's a lot of recurring revenue opportunities here. I mean, it's mostly project based, but then if you build something for a company, they will stay with you forever. I mean, really, because you know the whole base, you maintain it, they want the new features. So it kind of stacks. It works like a snowball effect here. You have a lot of projects that you maintain, you build new features, but at the same time, also you need to understand technology a lot. You need to adapt, you need to learn new tech, use frameworks, create your own internal tech, and still go to certain industries. And when it comes to developers, costs of them, it was very interesting because I feel like during COVID, there was a peak. Everyone wanted to hire developers, were asking for crazy money. And then now it feels like the opposite. It's actually much easier to find developer. They are not that expensive anymore. And there's still a lot of AI tools that can help them. I mean, everyone needs the software. Not all of the software can be built using no-code, low-code tools or AI automations. Everyone runs through custom software in the end. Everything is code in the end. So those services will be needed. Developers will be needed. They'll be just more efficient using tools like GitHub Copilot. So I would still put it. Let me actually think if this is S tier, because S tier means that it's just the best of the best. Again, I'm running it. I'm a little bit biased. Yeah, let's be fair. I would put it to A tier because it's just the AI gold rush right now. So it's ever to get into this space. Although still, I would say it is very great space to be because software is just everywhere. All right, so that would be it. That would be my first tier list. I actually had a lot of fun. Let me know, guys, in the comments, what do you think about this kind of videos? I really enjoy it. I may actually do something in the future about programming languages or AI automation, like frameworks, something like this. And again, we are running a community called Agency Dudes for freelancers and agency owners, especially in those industries here, in those spaces. So if you're actually running one, you want to scale, you want to learn something from the community, you want to bring something to the community, join to it, click the link below. Please subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.